what is digital transformation? Some people, you already know what this is. For those who are kind of curious, a basic definition here that I have, and we're all gonna, kind of give our take on this. It's the integration of digital technology into all areas of business. Fundamentally change how you operate, how you're delivering value to customers. But it's not just technology. A cultural change is usually a piece of that. How the organization that you're with is going to rise to those challenges you have, change the status quo, whether experimenting or getting comfortable with how things work. So it's pretty core to what a business is doing when they're transforming digitally. So let's all kind of chime in on that. So Benny, really, what is digital transformation to you? What does it mean to you?
I think that's a pretty good definition to start out with. And when we talk about integrating digital technology into a company, it's really all about how you can operate and deliver value to your customers. So the whole idea for digital transformation is how do you incorporate that and bring that? I mean, it includes a couple of avenues of people and process too. I think those are important aspects of digital transformation, but really taking a lot of the manual processes, bringing technology into the fold for your business. Those are the key and core critical parts for you.
Oh yeah, that's a way better definition than I had, Benny. I should have let you lead that. Tom, what do you think? What does digital transformation mean to you?
I would describe it as the process that a business undergoes in order to in our current case, to adapt to kind of the modern world of technology, and that being integral to their business. But I think most specifically in the case of the current COVID circumstance, it has to do with reinventing yourself so that you can adapt to the changing business environment, which in most cases means the same thing, that it's a very digital world now and people are having to embrace it in a lot of ways that they didn't anticipate.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this isn't necessarily a thing, even though that, I think that's definitely on point, Tom, but I think about it like this is digital transformation as a concept and a going concern, I guess you could say, has been something that's been going on for years, right?
Since copy machines.
Yeah, since the first wheel made out of stone.
Right. Since Spawn was invented.
I have to admit, I don't really know when the term digital transformation really came about, but I mean, what do you guys think? Has it just been picking up steam recently? It's been kind of there in the background. I'm going to look up in Google Trends. Digital transformation.
I would say it's been around for a few years conceptually, but it is only recently has become the most suitable replacement for the term pivot. It got exhausted really quickly when COVID hit.
Yeah, and also to add to that too, I think that it's one of those words that somehow has taken a life of its own, and it's picking up as the stone kind of rolls down, it picks up a lot of other stuff to it, and so it's kind of become this love-hated word, I guess. But yeah, I'm not sure. What did you find out, Dave? How long has it been around?
So Google Trends, which is great. Go to trends.google.com and you can do a search for the phrase digital transformation. It's a really neat tool that Google has to see kind of the interest and, kind of mind share for particular topics. There's searches related to digital transformation going back since the beginning of, the 2000s, but it seemed to really have an inflection point upward around 2014 and 2015. And then it's just been growing since then. So I'm guessing somebody really latched on to the marketing value of that term right around then and kind of ran with it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But you said something really interesting there, Benny, about, we talked about at the beginning here about maybe why some people don't like the idea of digital transformation or maybe the term. That really struck me, that really thinking about this recently, why might people not like it and maybe fatigued with the concept or even just the terms that it's made of, right? Like the word digital. Everything's digital nowadays. What does that even mean anymore? Do you think that's crazy that people might be fatigued maybe or hate the idea of digital transformation, Benny?
Yeah, well, I think that's a valid point for certainly some people. I've been in certainly a couple meetings where you can see the eyes rolling when we talk about digital transformation. But for lack of a better term, I think that it's been probably beat up and abused over the years, and what people what people have come to believe that it means for their business, and having to do all these type of things to transform their business, to actually modify it, that can be quite a daunting task. The idea of doing it, and what does it imply? It implies that maybe I'm already behind the times, or I'm going to have to do this forklift upgrade with all of these things that I've invested a ton of this money into my servers or my phone system, and now you're telling me I have to digitally transform it so I'm more up to date. That's the type of thing that some people, seems a little bit of emotion with them, I think.
We'll do the collective eye roll and digital transformation. Yeah, I mean, I think I get it. I mean, Tom, what is your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're exactly right, Benny. People are fatigued, and the term, certainly in the current environment, it was already a buzzword, and people are pretty wise to that. I think that it probably describes something that is exciting for a vendor who's selling it, but not so exciting for the party receiving it. Exactly. As you mentioned, it mentions pain. It mentions change. It speaks to change, and people don't want to change.
Right. That's exactly right.
As essential as it is, so it gradually accumulates a negative connotation. And certainly COVID has not helped, because now everybody associates all of our agony with digital transformation.
Right. Absolutely.
Hi, this is Sarah from Denver Data Web. Thanks for watching. Please like our video and subscribe for future digital strategy chats. You can also visit our website at denverdata.com or find us on social media at Denver Data Web.